Oh, huh. Well, I think the weather helped. Nope. Oh, I'm falling away. People or the band? That's where the band goes. Band's not over there. Band's over here. What? Oh god. Not no audio yet, am I? I'm good. Okay, welcome everybody to Jag Stadium for our inaugural live stream of G-Men football for the 2020 season. Welcome to all of you who have joined us. We will do our best. This is the first football game, and obviously with the rain has provided some more interesting situations for us to deal with. So we will do our best, be patient with us. We're working on audio levels and videos. We've got everything bagged up, wrapped up, and we'll do our best. But all in all, you should be able to see and hear everything that's going on, hopefully not too much. And we'll be ready to go here. Both teams coming in off of playoff berths last year. G-Men losing a heartbreaker here at home to Garraway, and St. Joe's losing their inaugural game as well. So we do not have a starting lineup from either team, so we'll kind of have to play on the fly here, and the humidity has made it a little difficult to see through these windows all fogged up, so we'll do our best. But at least you'll have to see it, even if you do have to listen to me a little bit, even if you want to mute it and just watch the live feed. That's not a bad plan either. G-men come in, coached by Mike Mosier, and the Villa Angela St. Joe Vikings come in, coached by Elvis Gerbach. That may be a name familiar to some of you. Yes, that's the former Michigan quarterback when Michigan could actually beat Ohio State, but maybe they need to get him back on the field. Garfield will kick off here to start us off. Colin Lysak will be doing the kicking. Deep for St. Joe's, number 1, Andre Terry. Number 14, Vasilis Capizano, and there we go. Thank you, Andy. Number 3, Noah Clark. So baby blue numbers on white jerseys are kind of hard to read, so we'll do our best to get you the St. Joe players. G-men have nice bright gold numbers, very easy to read. So Colin will get us kicked off here for the 2020 season as the rain picks up. Those of you at home might want to be glad you're at home because it's a little wet out here. Whistle has blown, and we will be underway with the 2020 high school football season at Jag Field. Clark takes it, fumbles. Terry takes it, fumbles to the outside, loses contain. Big return there for the Vikings and Andre Terry. Big return to start off in this weather. It's going to be ball control and ball security is going to be huge for both teams tonight. St. Joe will take over at their, looks like 48-yard line. One of the things you will notice differently this year is the team will take the ball back to the huddle with them after each play. The referee will put down a beanbag and play will start from the beanbag, but the teams will be playing with their own footballs and take it back. Quarterback Kevin Eisman, miscommunication in the backfield, opened up the wrong way, and we got tackled by a host of G-men. Riley Laporte's in there, Noah Baker's in there, and I think Jesse Grace was in there as well. So this will be interesting with spots, with putting down a beanbag. Putting down a beanbag, and then the center comes out and places the ball. So the 4th and inches could be interesting. Looks like another spread formation by the Vikings. Looks like the same play. They just communicated this way. Wash them down. Good contain there. Nice job by Dema. Push it outside. And 3rd and long here for the Vikings. So Vikings are at the 49, still have not crossed midfield. G-men are looking stout right now. Eisman comes into the huddle to call the play for the Vikings here. 3rd down in the rain, possession game. Looks like we have doubles to both sides here for the Vikings. Probably a sprint out pass to the top. Nope, straight drop back. We've got inside move with a dig. And incomplete right through Terry's hands. So the Vikings quickly go 3 and out after the long return, kind of waste an opportunity. This is a situation too in the weather where can't take this for granted here with the possessions. Wet football, they just threw their own football. That helps their teammates out. Punting can be interesting as the rain continues to fall here at Jag Field. Looks like Eisman is also the punter. And we have Anthony Dema deep for the G-men. G-men playing a safe punt here. It's a short distance for the punter. Gets off a nice punt. Dema calls for it, gets it at, calls for Looks like a fair catch at the 10. Referee did not have his whistle in his mouth. So G-Men looks like they'll be taking over at their own 10-yard line. If you have not seen the G-Men run a very unique offense that St. Joe probably had some film on, but it's much more difficult to defend in person. Lots of movements, lots of shifts. Takes a while to get used to seeing the no quarterback at the formation, or what the traditional quarterback is. So we'll see how they come out and handle this. Lysak will bark out the signals at the pseudo quarterback position. G-Men in a wing position. You'll notice they'll snap down every play. Lysak calls his own number up the middle. Nice little gain. Looks like about a 5-yard gain there. Tackled by a host of Vikings. So just to get some bodies out there, looks like we have number 25, Anthony Dema. Number 5, Blake Judge coming in, bringing the play in. Number 22 is coming out. It's Joe Perrine. Austin Lysak at the quarterback position. Looks like Matt Beresik at the tight end position. Like Staller is at the blocking back position. No, Baker's at the blocking back position. Outside to Dema, gets good yardage. Looks like he's about a yard short of a first down. Up front, pushing the pile for the G-Men, number 74, Riley Laporte. And number 66, which is Austin Roman. Number 60, Sean Barber. And number 73 at center, Peyton Yancey. So the rain continues to fall a little harder right now. Looks like they backed the spot up quite a bit, so it looks like a long 3rd and 2 for the G-Men. Lysak calls his own number. Straight up the gut, great blocking up front. Splits the defense to gain about 15 yards here. So G-Men first down, it looks like at their 40-yard line. Again, where the beanbag gets tossed is kind of hard to see. So again, can prepare for this offense a lot in scout, but with the shifts and movements that the G-Men have, it makes it very difficult. Dema with the ball this time. Through the middle. Looks like a gain of about 3. Again, tackled by a host of Vikings. So again, you'll notice every play, the G-Men will bring a ball back to the huddle, switch out the ball if they need to, if it's wet. Looks like Swagonski's coming into the game. So be ready possibly for, he's more of the traditional quarterback here in the formation. Playing a wing in this formation, it looks like. And looks like Jesse Grace drops it and gets lit up right away. Again, handling the ball in this weather is going to be key for both teams. So back to a 3rd and long for the G-Men. And St. Joe has some good size up front, looks like. Again, trying to go through their roster. Number 58, Isaac Bonner, 210. Next to him, I think it's number 65, Tyler Draft, who's listed at 290, but I don't think that's the right number. I think it's 55, which is 200, which makes more sense. Again, G-Men snap down, looking at the counter, fake the counter to Dema, around the outside, and he's just got to run one cut and go in this weather, down to the Viking 28-yard line, it looks like, 26, 27-yard line looks like is where they're dropping the beanbag. So it was a great cut by Dema in this weather. It's got to be a one cut and go type run. You're not going to be able to play around and make multiple cuts. Hasn't rained a lot, so the ground can take it, but it rained hard here earlier today, so it's probably pretty soft out there. Yeah, it looks like same formation here for the G-Men. Snap to Lysak right up the middle. Nice little push. But we have Looks like we have a flag. No. We do have a flag on the play. We'll wait to see the call here out of the referee. We have chop block. Yeah, chop block on the G-men. Looks like it's on Laporte based on his reaction to the play. So that'll back the G-men up. So the G-men will retake possession here. Second down and long from their 39. Little shift. And St. Joe's adjusts with their shift. And Demo will go to the outside. Started a little fumbling with the ball, but made the best of it. Got to the outside. And looks like he's down to about St. Joe 30-yard line. So third and about 13, it looks like, for the G-men coming up here. And, of course, we're in the 4-down territory in this weather. So Coach Mosier's probably just thinking if we can get half of this, we'll be good. So Soganski will take the snap, hand off to Staller on the counter, and then St. Joe's was ready for that. Staller gets about 2 on the play, it looks like. So this will bring up about a 4th and 11, if that's where the spot is. Yeah, looking at about a 4th and long 11, short 12. So again, weather dictating the play calls a little bit here. Should only be 3rd down, though. I don't know why we had a loss of down on that chop block, so it should only be 3rd down. Yeah, it should be 3rd and 13 because that chop block was not a loss of down. I was wondering that a little bit myself. They're starting to get everybody's first game of the year today, so. So now we're at 3rd and 11, 3rd and a long 11, 12. Let's see what the G-men come out here with. Again, they've had success getting to the outside. Just turning the corner against St. Joe's speed is a little bit more difficult. So faking the counter. Here comes Demo around the outside with a nice block by Lysick. Demo looks like he fell forward to about the 19-yard line, so it looks like it's going to be 4th and about 2 or 3, depending on the spot. They're putting him down about the 20, so it looks like it's going to be 19. So it's going to be about a short 2, a long 2, a short 3 here, 4th and 3. So we'll see what Coach Mosier decides to go with. Again, Lysick's been good for 4 or 5 yards right up the middle. A couple times he's caught it. And Dema has been good for 10 to 15 on the outside sometimes when he's getting it. So a lot of options here for Coach Mosier. It's like about 4 minutes to go here, and we have false start. Nope, delay a game. We had a delay game. We had a delay game on Garfield. So that makes the play call a little bit more interesting because now you're looking at a 4th and 7. And again, the way the direction the wind is going and the rain is now falling, kicking is not an option in this. So we'll see what Coach Mosier decides to go with. Again, as I said, they've had good success getting to the outside, and we just had a flash. So we're going to be in a lightning delay here, folks. We're going to be in a lightning delay, it looks like. So this was kind of the danger we saw coming in tonight, where we knew that there were some storm fronts moving through. So if you're not familiar with the lightning delay for high school sports, it is 30 minutes from the last flash that's seen. So the clock will start. They'll go 30 minutes from that point, and then the teams will get a short little warm-up, and then they'll go. However, every time there's a new flash, the 30-minute clock resets. So that is something that we're going to keep an eye on here. So live stream, we'll stay live. We just will go mute, so you won't have to listen to me anymore. And we will we'll return here with some information in a little bit. Stay tuned. Okay, looks like the teams are making their way back down to the field here out of this rain delay. It will be up to whatever the coaches and officials decided inside as to how long they will give them for a warm-up. Could be 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10. It all kind of depends what the teams and officials have agreed upon. So St. Joe taking the field here. They'll get their warm-up going. Garfield will follow behind, obviously socially distanced. And we'll be at the same position we were when we went to the rain delay. So we've had Coach Mosier and staff has had time to watch the film, analyze the setup, and make a call here. So we'll be underway here in the next couple minutes. Obviously, stay tuned. Again, for those of you that have messaged me, I appreciate it. We will do our best to get a little tighter view for you, and we'll try to accommodate any of those issues as they come about throughout the season. But again, with this being our first one, we got a lot of new people on. We're actually at a skeleton crew because of the rain. We're not as many cameras and options as we could have in a dry game. So teams are on the field warming up, and we'll be back live playing here shortly. Okay, welcome back. Teams have gone through their pregame prep. Get our camera people back up. They're above us, and we can't communicate with them right now, so you'll get a view here in a little bit. But again, once we return to play, we return right back to where we were. And we will be 3:52 to go in the first quarter, and I believe we have a 4th and 7 coming off of the penalty, the delay of game penalty. We'll try to get zoomed in a little bit for you people that have requested it. Trying to digitally communicate with my camera individual. Don't know if that's going to happen. So here we go. Coming in out of the rain delay. 4th down for the G-men. With the shift, trying to get them to move. Snap down, and G-men move again. So it's going to be another 5 yards back against us, and it looks like we're going to be at about a 4th and 12 coming out of this. Okay, so a little adjustment here by the G-men. Now we've got, looks like they got it marked at a 4th and 11. And snap to Swagonski with a rollout. He's going to throw back screens. Got Dema with a blocking crew in front of him, but not nearly enough bodies. And the Vikings come up with a big stop here. So coming out of the rain delay, a little difficult to get the momentum back. And the G-men are stopped on 4th and long. And the Vikings will take over at, where'd they put the beanbag? I still have no clue where they put the beanbag. So maybe the 25, 20, 24. Might have to make this a guessing game this year because you cannot see the beanbag from our vantage point. So it looks like, looking across the way, looks like it's about the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Vikings going with trips formation to the top. Tight ends in there. Tailbacks deep. Handoff, outside zone. Picked up some nice blocks out there. And that would be number 6 there, Lavelle Smith. He is a 5'8", 185-pound running back. Again, the roster is a little difficult to read up here, and the numbers are a nightmare. Baby blue on a white jersey with bad eyes is not a good combination. I think John Bennett would know that combination pretty well. So here we go, 2nd and looks like 6 for St. Joe. He tipped up there, nice play. That was a heck of a play there. It's a way to read it there by the G-men, Lysick and Dema, making a big play because they had some yards there. So back to 3rd and 7 for the Vikings. Again, for it looks like about 2:18 to go. I think we got our clock and score at the top. Looks about right. Got a doubles formation here. Straight drop or sprint out. We'll see what he goes. Tackle sitting back, so it might be coming this way. Nope, straight drop. Going deep. Oh, boy. Blown coverage. And you're not going to catch that, young man. That is a pass from Eisman to Jordan Dean for the Viking touchdown. And you can't get caught looking in the backfield. Stoller got caught looking. I think he might have slipped just a little bit too. But once he caught that, there was off to the races there for the Vikings. So the Vikings take the quick strike with 2:06 to go here in the first. And we're going to try for the point after here by, looks like number 17, Paulo Persic. And we have a lefty. That's an unusual. Don't see a lot of lefty kickers. So Vikings will look to convert here. Point after is up. And it is good. Vikings up 7-0 here with 2:06 to go from Jag Field. Okay, coming back here. Deep for the G-men. Lysick, Dema, Upman, Perrine, and Staller. Our next level is looks like Craver and Jesse Grace. So all 6 of them are return threats. So that's a nice little luxury that the G-men have. But Paulo Persic will kick the ball here to restart the action. Nice returnable kick. Looks like it's going to fall to Dema about the 12-yard line. Dema right up the middle. Great blocking. Untouched for quite a while on that. That's a great return by Dema right up to the 45-yard line. Dema's one of those players that has that decisive speed. He just, kind of like Connor Rubik last year, he just eats up yards with that stride. It's a long stride. He doesn't look like he's going that fast, and he's moving it. So G-men will take over at their own 45-yard line, 46-yard line, 40. Well, it looks like now the 47. Again, this magic beanbag keeps moving around on us. So here we go. Yep. G-men are ready to snap it. Through Dema's hands. Broken play. And the ball's out again, and Yancey jumps on it back at the G-men 35-yard line. Again, ball security is big in a game like this. That rain has not really stopped. It's wet. I do not see any of the Garfield players wearing towels tonight, so I'm sure that's not helping any. And again, the players have to bring in a dry ball from the sideline if they want it. Looks like I think Baresic might have a towel, and that looks like about the only player out there that I see with a towel on him. Maybe Lysick's got one as well. He's got a black one, it looks like. But, yeah, this is a game where you definitely want multiple people with towels, but what can you do? So we got a second and very long for the G-men. Again, another bobbled exchange, broken play, ball's out again. Lysick fumbles that exchange, and the Vikings cover Lysick up after another loss. So the G-men are going away. They're just going the wrong way. Back up to, looks like about the 32-yard line, 33-yard line. So we got a little confusion here on these last 2 plays. Sets up 3rd and 2 sticks here for the G-men. Again, we got exchangings of balls. Something we just got to get used to. We got run there by Swagonski for a short little gain, getting us to 4th down here. So not a very good series there for the G-men. Kind of moved the wrong way. Looks like a little bit of chirping there going between the Vikings front man and one of the Garfield front men. And we've come to the end of the first quarter. So end of the first quarter, the Vikings are up 7-0. Okay, start second quarter here with a Garfield punt. We tightened down the zoom just a little bit. We'll see if that helped at all. And looks like Lysick will punt the ball. Colin Lysick will punt the ball. Nice little non-returnable punt down to the 32-yard line. So nice kick away there by Colin. Okay, so the Vikings here will start from their own 32-yard line, up 7-0, with 11:51 here to go in the second quarter. Little counter fake there by the tailback. That's number 6, I believe. That is number 6. That is Lavelle Smith. Tackle by Yancey, I believe. So trying to get your names and numbers here, people. Just trying to man a lot of other things going on as well, technology-wise. So just got to bear with us a little. So 2nd and 9. Heisman with the ball, drop back. Oh, another same. It's the same route that they scored on with that post. They're high-low in here and getting inside a Staller. So 3rd down here for St. Joe. Heisman with the fake zone play. Broken coverage. Oh, good. Oh, tip pass and caught. Went right through Baskowski's hands and right to number 14, Vasilos Capuzzo. It's one of those nights with the rain. You just got to be in the right spots here. And Baskowski was in the right spot. Just went through his hands. So Vikings convert on a 3rd and long. We'll take up shop at the G-Men 47-yard line here. And Vikings moved up front, but nobody called that. Outside zone, great job by the G-Men. Short little gain there. Tackle by Lysick, it looks like, but nice job of stringing that play out. But missed a little movement on by that right tackle. So 2nd and 9. All right, here we go. Got trips up at the top. Max protect backside. And nobody's got contained. Quarterback can run for quite a while here. And he gets all the way down to the Garfield about 31-yard line. Again, no contain, kind of hurt there for the G-Men. So it looks like they did mark him about the Garfield's 31-yard line. And again, we got bean bags and ball markers and everything all over this field tonight. So this the situation that everybody's trying to get used to. So we got officials running all over, picking up beanbags and stuff. So VASJ will start off there. Looks like they're at the Garfield 31-yard line. Again, outside zone there. Nice play. It's a heck of a play there by Jesse Grace. Cut that down quick. So a nice little counter play set up there for the Vikings, and Jesse Grace was able to snuff that one out. So looks like 2nd and 10 coming up for the Vikings. Again, Eisman will get them started. 6'4", 185-pound senior at quarterback. Got some nice-looking athletes here for VASJ, going with the trips formation down here to the bottom part of our screen. Look for another run. Oh, we're going one-on-one, and he caught it twice but didn't catch it a third time, so nice little knockaway there by the other Bazkowski, Michael, on the play. So they had a little one-on-one there. They tried to go up top. Vikings will come away with a 3rd down. So G-men dodged a little bullet there. They can get a nice hold here. We're going to see what Vikings are going to do. They're going to go 2 for 1 here, trying to get half it on 3rd and the rest on 4th, or are they going to go for it all here on 3rd down? Roll out to Eisman. He's got a throwback lane. He's got a cutback lane. And ball's out, and it's covered by Staller. So nice. Sometimes running in traffic can lead to bad things. So Eisman looked like he had a 1st down there and cut back, and the ball was knocked away, looked like by Baker, and recovered by Ryan Staller. So the G-men will take over at their 22-yard line. And maybe I do need glasses before this is all over. So we got 22-yard line here. G-men will take over. A false start there by VASJ. So that's going to be a free 5 yards. A 1st and 5 coming up for the G-men. Again, this could be a big little momentum swing for Garfield. VASJ looked like they were going down to go up by 2 scores. G-men will take over. Just need ball control here. Move the ball. Eat up some clock. Keep the ball away from the Vikings. And here we go. And again, same kid. Can't keep his water tight. And, another fumble there by Lysick. And VASJ recovers this one on the 35-yard line. So what looked like another 5-yard penalty for a jump didn't happen, and now we got a little extra after that play, and the Vikings will take over at the G-men 34-yard line after the 2nd fumble of the game here. Again, as we mentioned earlier in this game, weather can play some tricks on you, so you have to have ball security. Definite equalizer. So the Vikings take over, great field position. G-men 34-yard line, 1st and 10 with 8:25 to go here in the 2nd quarter. And look for probably some sort of zone run here. Inside zone. Nope. We got a throwback screen. Legal men downfield. And, almost picked off by Riley Laporte. Great job by the G-men sniffing out that play. Almost had that. I think if he would have completed it, I don't think that play would have counted anyway, because it sure as heck looked like they had some guys downfield. But great play by Riley Laporte, almost being able to get that 1st down. So nice 1st down stop for the G-men. Here they go, 2nd down, 2nd and long here, 2nd and 10 for St. Joe. And they've run that inside zone, so they had it set up nice that they were able to bend that tailback back around for the screen pass. But we have probably going one-on-one here up to the top. Nope, there's that double post route with the post on that backside. And it looks like we got a holding call. So he's going to run around all he wants, but it's not. And it's picked off by Dema. So we're going to have a penalty that's going to be a holding, but we're going to have a interception by Dema, which is going to overrule the holding. So it looks like the G-men are going to take over. It looks like about their 20-yard line. 25, where are we at here? These yard lines are non-existent down there. 25-yard line, 24-yard line. So holding will be declined by the G-men, and Dema's interception will overrule all of that. So, you know they're just running a national concept, right? 2 and 1. I know, but they're running double skinnies with a high post. It's your double skinnies that are getting the guys confused. Okay, so G-men will have the ball here. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. See if they can hold on to the ball for a couple plays here to keep the ball away from another fumble. This one by Dema in the backfield. And we're going to be backed up again to about the 18-yard line. So again, this wet ball is wreaking havoc with both teams. I believe this is about the 5th fumble that Garfield has had. Lost 2. But they've had negative plays on the others. So we're back to playing 2nd and 2 sticks, 2nd and long. And we got delay game, false. We got something happen here. We got timeout. I don't know. We got something happen there because Yancey's still holding the ball. So I'm guessing that we have a false start on the G-men. So there's another 5 yards back. So this might be a good opportunity for Coach to take a timeout and just kind of talk to him, calm him down. I think everybody's all flustered right now. G-men now have the ball in their 12-yard line. They're about the 12-yard line. So it looks like about a 2nd and 20. Or plus. Again, hard to tell with the lines. We got Staller with the ball. We've got a chop block on Garfield, and we got a flag at the end of the play for a late hit. So we're probably going to have offsetting here because we're going to have a late hit of some sort on the sidelines, and we're going to have a chop block in the middle of the field. So we'll let the officials get this one sorted out, but we definitely have some composure issues on the one side. If it's a dead ball, then that will overrule, and we'll see what happens here. So got the white hat talking now. They're talking with St. Joe's coach, so I'm guessing it's against us since he's talking to their coach. So he's probably trying to figure out which one of the two does he want. It's either going to be a chop block. So we have a holding, okay. We got a holding against Garfield, and then they're going to assess that, and then they're going to have a dead ball. So the holding's going to take it back half the distance. So now we got to do some math. Miss Morgan's loving this stuff. And now we're going to have the march off of the, well, once we can count here, we're going to have the march off of whatever the second penalty is, which is most likely, it looks like a dead ball. There's a dead ball infraction for the second penalty. So now we get the dead ball on personal foul against them. So we're going to march it back, and then we're going to march the 15. So might be automatic. I'm not sure if it's an automatic first down or not. Nope. So it is not. So we're basically back to around where we started. Still at 2nd. So we're at 2nd and back to 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13. So all that for not a lot. Another low snap, but Dema gets the ball up. Again, snaps have been very up and down tonight. Dema with a short gain out to, looks like the 21-yard line. So we're going to be 3rd and long still for the G-men. Again, no real oomph right now in the G-men step. Just kind of a lot of walking around, a lot of just first game uncomfortable. It is an odd situation. There's no band playing, no real cheering. Very, very quiet golf crowd here. So you at home might be making more noise than what's made here. So here we go. Dema with the ball, trying to get to the outside. He's got the corner, and he gets the corner. A nice little stick there by number 7 to keep Dema close to the first down. We'll see what he did with the sticks. He's out to the 30. It's going to be darn close, people. It's hard to tell. That guy dropped the stick. Looks like he's going to be about a yard, almost 2 yards short. So got fourth and 2. Got a 4th and 2 here, and Coach Mosier is going to roll the dice and go for it. There is about 5:48 to go here in the second quarter. So, again, been able to get about 5 yards with Lysak right up the middle. But Austin's not in right now. We got Sogonski and Dema in the backfield, so look for something right up the middle. Another jump. And we're going to go multiples with a delay of game or a timeout. Timeout by the G-men here. So apparently he jumped, but he didn't jump far enough. Don't really know. Some officials don't like the snap down, and they give the defense the benefit of the doubt. Some officials will call it every time. Just kind of depends what's going on here. So you got 4th and 2 here for Coach Mosier, but you are at your own 33-yard line. So you are kind of giving St. Joe a short field if you don't get it. But at the same time, if you get it, you obviously keep the ball away from St. Joe, who's proved they can move the ball. Okay, so here we go, coming out of the timeout. Again, as I've said earlier, Lysak's been able to pound the ball right up the middle. He's back in at that power back position. Dema's back there as well. And we're going to go Austin right up the middle, and he gets stuffed. Absolutely stuffed. Although the referee on Garfield's sidelines is giving a very favorable spot, we'll see what they do. Garfield's side judge came out and gave a very favorable spot. So we're going to see what happens with that magic beanbag. And we're definitely going to have to bring – oh, not even measuring. Not even measuring. Interesting, they moved the spot back a whole foot from where the guy walked out. So that's a – so turnover on downs here for the G-men. We have a 1st and 10 for VASJ at the Garfield 34-yard line after the 4th and short call came up short. Didn't look like it was short from the initial spot from the side judge, but apparently they didn't even need to measure. So St. Joe will look at the attack. There's inside zone and a lot of daylight here for the running back. Again, that is Lavelle Smith, and he is down to the 19-yard line. So kind of interesting spot there in that last play. I'm not really sure why they didn't even look at it to measure. He just got rid of it. So we're down to 5:05 to go here. 1st and 10 for the Vikings from the Garfield 19-yard line. Again, loose spot of the ball here because the players take the ball with them back to the huddle this year. So again, I'd be looking for a lot of dose of Mr. Smith here if Elvis is in the building. And another right up the middle here for Smith, about 2 or 3 yard gain. Can imagine if the weather's drier, St. Joe does have some pretty athletic receivers that they would be chucking the ball around a little bit, but right now you're getting some pretty good yards out of Lavelle Smith every time he's carrying the ball. So I think Coach Gerbeck is going to just let it ride with him. So we got second and 8. Second and 8 for VASJ. And we got a snap. We got outside zone. Nice play there by Baker to force it back inside for little to no gain for the Vikings. Looked like they had them outnumbered there. Again, the weather, we haven't had much rain here, but we got a lot of rain in the last 2 days on this field, and you can start to see some mud spots showing up already. The 30 in, right in the middle of the field. There's 3 or 4 mud spots that are right there, so those running backs are just going to have to be one cut and go. There's not going to be a lot of dancing by either team's running backs. So third and 8 coming up here for St. Joe. And we got a timeout here by Coach Gerbeck. He didn't like something. You could hear him all the way up here. So 3:15 to go. 3:15 to go here in the second quarter. VASJ 7 and the G-Men 0. Okay, here we go, coming out of the timeout, 3rd and 8 for VASJ. We got number 7 down here isolated with some motion possibly. We're going to motion him? No, we're not. We're just going to throw it up. Oh, we're going to run skinny post inside and no safety, and that is a touchdown for St. Joe. 2 deep, skinny post. That's going to be touchdown. VASJ now leads 13-0 with 3:09 to go in the third quarter. And this kick is no good. So got a nice little break there for the G-Men. So puts us on the odds, which is good. So St. Joe is up 13-0 here with 3:09 to go in the second quarter. And we got Apollo kicking the ball off here, be fielded by and dropped again by Dema, and St. Joe is all over him right away. Again, this is that's about the third or fourth time Dema's dropped the ball tonight. So either it needs to take those gloves off, or and looks like he has taken the gloves off, so that's good. Or he needs to get a towel. So here we go. G-men are backed up again, deep in their own territory. Looks like they're at about the 20. No, they are not. Damn beanbags. Maybe the 18-yard line. So we'll see when he walks out. So 1st and 10 for the G-men. Need to get something going here. Just get a first down or two, get the defense off the field. Need to have something for them to get some confidence over. And here we go with Lysick up the middle. Nice run, breaks it through the second level, and nice little 12 to 15-yard gain there for the G-men. Looks like we got a Viking down in the back. Yes, we do. We've got a Viking down in the back there, but nice little run there by Austin getting to the second level. Again, he didn't get touched until he got 10 yards deep on that play. So that's a good thing for Garfield, something to build off of. So we'll see what. I stopped the game for you. You have to go out of the game. There we go. So player wants to stay in the game, but you can't once we stop the game for you. So here we go. Garfield's got the ball. 1st and 10 on their 35-yard line. Good play to build off of. See if we can muster some offense, some plays in a row. Again, here we go with Lysick right up the gut again. Lots of blockers in the way. About a nice foul. Oh, Austin powers through. Another, looks like 7 or 8 yard gain for the G-men. Seven. No. Okay, and nice little pickup there for the G-men here. We're at 2nd and 2, long 2, short 3. Yeah, a lot of success with going right up the middle. I think that's the best way to attack a team like this is just go right at him. Not going to dance around him. Austin again, right up the middle this time. Too much penetration. Doesn't look like he got anything on that. Might have lost a little bit. But usually teams with speed, you don't want to try to get to the edge because they're going to beat you. You definitely want to go right at them. So 3rd and 2 for the G-men. And maybe a timed throw, a little counter action in there for them, flowing one way and get them back the other way. Nope, Dema right up the middle now, and he's sticks it ahead, gets it out to about the 46, 47-yard line for a G-men first down. 1:25 to go here, so now Coach Moser's got to play a little bit of the clock game to see, what do I want to get here before half? Want to get some points on the board. That clock's going to start winding and get some points on the board. Got to keep an eye on what's going on here. Obviously, with the weather, throwing becomes a little bit more of an adventure. So here we go. We got another snap rolled back. Dema's got nowhere to go. St. Joe wraps him up right away. Loss of yards here. Coach Moser might just want to let this one roll. Dema's hurting. Dema's taking quite a few hits tonight. He's a hurting puppy right now. So we're at 2nd and 11. So the G-men with time running low here. Got 29 seconds to go. We got a stoppage. We got what going on here? We got a little confusion. No, mouthpiece. So that at least stops the clock for a second. And here it goes again. So G-men snapping down into their position. Again, the ball rolls back to Swagonski right up the middle, and Swagonski picks up a loose ball. Swagonski down to the 20-yard line. Nice little burst. So actually the fumble helped a little bit. We got a G-men timeout. So we got G-men timeout with 16 seconds to go. And Garfield down to the VASJ 22-yard line. So actually that time the fumble helped because it slowed up the progress of the play, allowed the defense too much penetration, and Swagonski was able to just kind of scoot right past everybody. So they flew up the field, and Swagonski just scooted right by them. So looks like we've got 16 seconds, 15 seconds here before half. Again, the Vikings are up 13-0. If Garfield can punch one in here before half, it definitely changes this game. So let's see what happens on this possession. Again, the success that they've had this whole series, if you've been taking notes, right at them. They've not done anything laterally, nothing sideline to sideline, everything right up the middle, literally between the tackles. So let's see what the G-men have here on 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. This one to Swagonski. He's going to throw. He's got Perrine wide open, and it's through his hands. Perfect play call there. Perrine was able to sneak out. Ball went right through Perrine's hands. Leaves 11 seconds to go. The G-men still do have one timeout. They still do have a timeout. And it is 2nd and 10. So a little personnel change here, it looks like. So we'll see where we're going here on the play call. Yeah, a great play call there. Garfield looks like they're going to go to a little bit more of a spread formation. Put 5 wides to one side. Got 5 linemen, or 5 wides to one side. Lysak has to stay in. He is covered up. We've got Swagonski is going to take off and run. He's going to get stopped at the 10-yard line. Clock's running. We're down to 3 seconds to go. So we're at the 10-yard line, 3 seconds to go. And we had 2 seconds to go. So we've got some little officials discussion here. Timeout. Don't you have one? You sure? I think you guys have one timeout. I think you have one timeout. What did they call? We had a false start. So we had a false start because people were not set. Do we have a timeout? I think you have one. What? Hey, we still have a timeout. Yeah, So penalty under 5 seconds might be a runoff. Timeout. Penalty might be a runoff. So that might be the end of the half, unless he's going to take timeout here with the situation. 3 seconds on the clock. You want to try follow? Where are we at? We want to try 83. So looks like Garfield's going to take a timeout. The ball looks like it's on about the 15-yard line. So we got 15-yard line. Garfield ball coming out of the timeout. The false start was because nobody was set when they went to spike the ball. So we'll see what happens here, what play we're going to draw now. We had first down call was beautiful, had a wide open person in the end zone, and it just went through his hands. Yeah, a little extra concentration. Nights like tonight, you know, gloves aren't necessarily the best thing to have, and nights like tonight as a receiver, you really want to kind of use your body a little bit more to cradle that ball into your armpit, because reaching away from your body, unless you got big, strong hands, is not the easiest thing to be able to catch in this type of weather, especially because we don't know how dry this ball is that's coming in each time. So here we go. One play, 3 seconds to go. Swagonski drops back. He's got Staller. Nope, he underthrew, and we've got a pick deep in the end zone. And we've got some running going on here. We've got multiple penalties here, I think, on that's so play is not going to, I don't know if it's going to end on, I don't know if the half's going to end on this penalty. We got a interception returned back by number 1, Andre Terry, all the way back to the 45-yard line, but we had some plays going on, some penalties going on behind the play. We had some blocks right in the middle, right in front of red. There were 3 refs that saw it because there were 3 flags that came flying out. So we're going to see what they're going to do here. If it's a defensive penalty, it's not going to end, but with the change of possession, I don't know how they're going to attack this, if they're going to give St. Joe 1 play or if we're just going to go to half. So, again, first game, we've had quite a few instances. So we're going straight to half. We got a dead ball personal foul against Garfield at the end of that. And we have a block in the back on St. Joe's. They offset each other. So this is a short halftime. So those of you at home making your mini fridge runs, you only got 10 minutes. So make sure we're back. Okay, nice performance there from the Marching Pride. I would give you some halftime stats, but I don't have any. Kind of hard to keep track of all that stuff. Again, this is the first stream, so hopefully each stream we can add a little something. We will eventually have a couple more bodies and a couple more possible camera angles for you. We'll get after the band is off the field and the action starts back up, we'll zoom it back in and get us back to where we were before. Really, the tale of the half has been turnovers, possession. St. Joe's had a short field outside of their long touchdown pass early from Eisman to Dean. They've had a short field. They've played on Garfield's side of the 50. Garfield has really only crossed into St. Joe territory one or two times, and the last time was right at the end of the half in the last couple minutes. So it's really, field position is huge in a game like this. Possession of the ball is big. Ball security. I think Garfield has probably 6 fumbles. They've lost 2. So we're going to hopefully get everything zoomed back in here. Oh, we got an umbrella over the screen. Again, it's a production. It's a production, people. We're doing our best here. We have obviously can't have all adults doing it. She didn't know where it was. I had to do it. So students have to be part of the broadcast in order for us to bring this live stream as ordered by OHSAA. Doing whatever levels that we have here, and then we'll. She can even go tighter than that. She can go tighter than that even. I'll try to get her. just inside the numbers, almost up to the numbers a little bit. So again, you think you have a hard time reading St. Joe numbers from home. It's not much easier here. The baby blue on the white with the rain and everything, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Garfield numbers stick out pretty easy, so we know our kids, we know who they are. Some of them, you'd say, just have their mannerisms. We know which ones they are. The visitors we're not so sure about. So I believe Garfield kicked to start the game, so will be St. Joe ball here coming out to start the second half. And now again, just with all of the new alterations to everything, it's a 10-minute halftime and then a 3-minute warm-up for the teams. So the band basically gets their 10 minutes. Visiting bands are not allowed to travel. That is ordered and agreed upon, conference to conference, place to place. The other thing is I do not believe they are allowing cheerleaders to travel either. And I do not think that is a school-to-school thing. I think that's been coming down from the state. So really trying to limit. You look at the St. Joe sidelines, the kids are spread out along the fence line, kind of all over the place, and then you got some bunches. And same thing on Garfield sidelines. You got some spread outs, and then you got some bunches. So it's a learning process for everybody. Everybody's trying to figure this out. So St. Joe is going to kick here to the G-men. Kicking for St. Joe again will be Apollo Persic. And deep for the G-men, Dema, Lysick, Perrine, and Staller on the ground, right to Perrine. Picks it up. Joe Perrine right up the middle. Good yardage there up to the 35-yard line. So a nice get there by Joe to get the G-men started. So let's see if the G-men can kind of capitalize, if they found something at halftime, some sort of little adjustment that they can make to get us going. Just again, just can't string playing behind the sticks way too much in this type of weather. You know, 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13s, even 2nd and 9s aren't great. It's much easier if we can get to 2nd and 5s, 2nd and 4s. So Garfield start off here. Lysick again right up the middle where we had some success earlier, and muscles his way for a gain of about 5 or 6. So again, that middle area seems to be pretty well open. Garfield finding their little niches to be able to get the ball move down the field at that spot. So looks like Swagonski's checking into the huddle there for this 2nd and 5. Again, that's one of the better second downs that Garfield has had so far today, and one of the few times we haven't had to play behind the sticks. 2nd down, this one again through Dema's hands, trying to jump all over it, and again now we're back to where we were before. Now it's 3rd down and long. So back to a 3rd and 15. So again, we got 5 yards forward on that. Now we just lost 10. That one hit Dema right in the hand. So you just got to have some concentration. You got to wait. You can't run until you have the ball. So you got to wait maybe a little extra second. And then be ready to roll. So again, 3rd and long here for the G-men. Swagonski back. And this is usually a possible throwing formation for the G-men at 15 yards. This one, Lysick, this Staller on the count. No, that is Dema on the counter. Dema right up the middle, and Dema's gone. Dema is going to get caught at the 14-yard line. So nice little counter there. Again, staying everything high and tight inside there. Garfield gets all the way down to the St. Joe, about 14-yard line. Again, trying to find that magic beanbag. Feel like Jack up here looking for that cow, or that selling those beans. So we got to get got something going here. 1st and 10 for the G-men at St. Joe 14-yard line. See if we can capitalize on that. We punch one in here, get a 13-7. It would definitely change the game. Lysick again stays inside, follows his blockers, bounces it now, bounces off of a tackle and spun down. So again, we got some pushing and shoving after the game, or after the play. Looks like a 2nd and about 8 here after a short little pickup for Lysick. And we got a timeout by we've got a player injury. It's the 2nd time 58's come out of the game for whatever. So he's going to get off the field here. And then we'll be able to pick up our 2nd down play. There we go. Trying to send mental messages to our camera person to slide camera over for people a little bit and try to tighten it down when it's down on that end, but not the easiest for me to do here. So Dema again with the ball, can go outside. Nice block by Lysick. And Dema gets the outside and scores. Nice block there by Lysick to seal the edge. G-Men get on the board here with 9:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And what was that, 14, about a 14-yard touchdown run there for Anthony Dema. Colin Lysick will come out for the extra point. And Lysick's kick is up, and it is good. So nice get out here for the G-Men to come march right down the field and get points on the board. So that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the G-Men. March the ball down the field off of the nice return set up by Perrine. Dema is able to have a couple big runs on that possession and punch it in then finally with a nice little cut there. Nice seal block on the outside by Austin Lysick. And Dema was able to get outside there and score near the right pylon. So Colin Lysick will be kicking off here for the G-Men. And it's on the ground to number 7, Dean. And Dean stays inside. He's at the 40-yard line. Almost lost that ball. So, it's G-Men definitely are starting to get grabby, and this is the time. Uniforms are a little wet. Ball's getting wet. Not a lot of places to get those dry hands, so you got to do what you can. Looks like there's a couple towels floating around the G-Men sidelines finally. So we'll see what happens with that. So G-Men are going to come out here, get a quick 3 and out. This is a totally different ball game. I bet St. Joe's going one-on-one down here with Dean. Dean on Baskowski. It's inside zone. Oh, they're going inside zone, and he is nice little cut. And the ball came out. Ball came out, and it was recovered by Baskowski. Nice little play. He had a beautiful, beautiful tackle there. Ball popped out, recovered by the G-Men. So here we go. Exactly what the doctor ordered. So that ball was recovered by Jacob Baskowski. I'm not quite sure who popped that one out. G-Men are going to take over on their own 33-yard line. So again, got the momentum. See what they can do here. And again, we're playing on the odds because St. Joe missed their 1 extra point attempt. So we've got a 13-7 game here with 8:59 to go in the third quarter. Here we go. Dema fakes it, stays outside. Get another nice block by Lysick. Getting the edge. And tackle down there. But again, not before he got about 15 yards on that one. So Dema again is on the loose. Again, getting that, he's got those long strides where he doesn't look like he's going, then he's got that little extra gear. So G-Men will have the ball at their 49-yard line, 1st and 10. So here we go. Lysick right up the gut again with a good push from the line, and he slammed back after about a 5-yard gain. So good push up front, good 5 yards. So we got a 2nd and 6 here for the G-Men. And we have a injury.
What the hell? They keep moving the ball back further.
We have an injury timeout. Or we have a regular timeout. Not quite sure what we have here. I have no idea what the delay of the game is that's going on here. Well, this is interesting. So we'll see. Not really sure what the heck was going on here. But we have a second, and it looks like they backed it up even a little bit more. So it looks like a 2nd and 7 here for the G-Men. Ball to Dema again, sweeping around the side and knocked down hard at the 45-yard line. So it's about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 here for the G-Men. So again, they've had a lot of success right up the middle. They've started kind of sealing the edge a little bit with some counter action, but we'll see if we just pound it right at them here to get these 5 yards. Going to Dema, or is it going to come back to Swagonski down here? Nope, it's going to Lysick right up the middle. He's 5 and he's 10, and he's moving a little bit more than that. He broke a tackle and he's off and running. It's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown G-Men. Heck of a run there by Lysick, breaking through tackles, arm tackles. Again, rainy out, sliding down uniforms. Lysick with about a 45-yard touchdown run there. And Colin will come in to kick the extra point. Hello. All right, Colin Lysick getting ready to kick the extra point after brother Austin's 45-yard touchdown scamper, and that is up and good, and the G-Men are in front, 14-13. So Garfield takes the lead, 14-13, 6:57 to go here in the third quarter. Colin will be kicking off after put the extra point, put the G-men in front. Look for another squib kick here, something on the ground. This one not through. This is through past Dean. This is to number 1 is Andre Terry, and he is wrapped up and dropped around the 30-yard line. So St. Joe will take over possession around the 30-yard line after the touchdown run by Austin Lysick. So we'll see what St. Joe can do here. Again, turnovers. I haven't been keeping a total tally, but I think St. Joe has 3. I think Garfield has 2, I believe. So I think St. Joe has 2 fumbles and an interception, and I believe Garfield has two fumbles. So we'll see. St. Joe takes over at looks like 35-yard line. 1st and 10, inside zone to Smith again, and again he's been able to get some yards. The last time he had the nice 15-yard run, but ball popped out and was recovered by Beskowski. So again, they're probably going to see a steady dose of inside-outside zone, something just to kind of keep that ball in possession. Again, the rain has not stopped. It's been raining consistently the entire game. It's pretty light, but it's just enough to annoy any type of throwing. So yeah, we got trips formation up to the top, and we've got Eisman with the ball. Again, we're going with counter, quarterback counter, and that's wrapped up right away by the interior part of the defense, including number 58, Aaron Craver. So here we go. 2nd down and 11 after the 1-yard loss with the quarterback counter. We got fake the zone, pump fake. Eisman's got room to run. Good contain there by Lysick, and throw away. So that was good contain there by the G-men. Now we got a 3rd and long here. So let's see what they're drawing up. We go screen. Are they going to go skinny posts here? We obviously have had trouble covering Dean tonight, so that's number 7. So keep an eye on him. We're going to see what Coach Gerbeck comes up with offensively, even though it doesn't look like he is the one calling the plays on the sidelines. Again, another trips formation to the top. We've got one-on-ones, probably some verticals, or I still think we're going to go over-under with posts because we've had trouble covering those tonight. So we've got a wheel route out of 7. And no, Eisman gets to the line, dodges it, sneaks up. He's going to be short. He's going to be about 5 yards short. Gets to the 50-yard line, but it's going to come up with a 4th and 5 for the Vikings. We'll see if they want to punt the ball, if they're going to go. Again, like you're at your 50-yard line. A little bit of an extra. And Eisman is the punter as well, the quarterback, so got to kind of keep an eye on him. So let's see what they're going to go. A safe punt here. Garfield looks like they're in a punt safe formation. And they're going to let it hit. Dema's going to pick it up after one bounce. He's got the sideline. Jesse Grace, and looked like Jesse got clipped on that, but they're not calling that one, so that's good. So Dema up to the 30-yard line. G-men will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. We will be back in a minute. Okay, so coming out here, well, we got So St. Joe has 10 players on the field. Don't know why that kid ran out. And St. Joe's going to have to burn a timeout. They had 10 men on the field. So a little miscommunication. You can kind of see the players are getting a little chippy with each other and stuff. So we'll see what happens here after this timeout. Okay, so Garfield coming off of that St. Joe timeout. 1st and 10. And we have Dema again with the ball. Short little gain, little pushing afterwards. And looks like a short gain, maybe about a yard. So got 4:42 to go here, 14-13. Again, a lot of winded players, kind of interesting. It's a cool night. First game of the year, you had plenty of time to be in condition. Conditioning is looking like it's starting to take a little effect here on both teams. St. Joe's front men and some of Garfield's skilled men. So here we go, Dema, counter right up there, and nice little stick there after a gain. So we're going to be third and about 5. Third and about 5 from the 35 for the G-men. So we're going to see what we're going to get here with play call. Again, have had a lot of success going right up the middle or the counter action following that cavalcade of blockers that we've been able to establish. So we'll see what the call is here on 3rd and 5. And there's a fake counter. Staller keeps it around the outside. He's got the edge, but St. Joe does a great job in stringing him out. Just nothing there for Staller. So looks like little to no gain. We're going to have a 4th and 5, and the G-men will be forced to punt on this one. So deep player for St. Joe. Looks like number 14, Vasilios Capuzzo. And I think Colin Lysick will be punting the ball here for the G-men. So had some momentum and just couldn't get everything going the way they needed it going there for that series of plays. So got some St. Joe players cramping up on the side, it looks like. You can see across the way. Harder to see on your stream. Oh, Lysick. Lysick. There was no blocking on that punt attempt. There was zero blocking on that. And Colin flipped it to his brother. His brother got stuck. So that'll be a conversation that those two will have at home, because I'm sure Austin's not real happy with Colin for flipping it to him, because Austin got lit on that one. So special teams can become tricky in this, and it is. I mean, it's a 14-13 game. It doesn't really feel like that the way the second half has gone, but St. Joe's now takes over at the Garfield 25-yard line with 3:04 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So let's see what St. Joe's, again, I anticipate inside zone here. Out of Smith, yep, inside zone, bounces it for about 2 or 3. Nice tackle by Jesse Grace there. So Smith was able to, steady dose inside outside zone, quarterback counter. So we're going to be seeing probably some sort of jump ball there to number 7 at the top of your screen. Oh, that was a great zone call there by their coach. Again, brings a lot of attention there to Dean up at the top, and Smith's able to take that inside zone play all the way down to the Garfield, looks like about 10-yard line. Looks like they might be just inside the 10, 9-yard line, so they cannot get a first down. They have to score. I can't tell, 2:12 to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 9, 1st and goal for St. Joe. Bring in a fullback, and we are under center. So conventional formation here. Power I to Smith, untouched, gets up, powers, pile to pushing the pile. What's going to happen in that pile? He is close. Looks like he's pushed to about the 1-yard line. So conventional formation out of St. Joe with the fullback, blocking back, and power football. So here we go. Minute 40 to go here in the third quarter. Looks like St. Joe's got the ball about the 1-yard line. So got twins to the top. And I got trips to the top. Tight ends up there as well. Fullback over, basically everything's over to the left. So if they're going right, it's going to be shocking. And here's Smith. He's going to try to bounce it. He's going to get stuffed. So great stop there. So now 3rd down. If he stays inside, he's got something. But because he bounced that, he got stuffed by the G-men, and he lost his helmet, so he has to come out for the play. Nope, they're taking him out. So Smith's got to come out for this 3rd down play unless Coach burns a timeout. So 3rd and goal. Looks like he lost a yard on that. Looks like he's back to the 2-yard line now. So 3rd and 2. They're taking a long time on this. They're going to be really close to a delay of game. Let's see if Coach is getting ready. Yep, you can see Coach walking down the sidelines to get ready for that timeout. Here comes Coach Gerback. Nope, nothing there. Now we're going power right with short. And we're going to run a sprint out pass to the fullback. And he squits in there. That's Cappuccino. Yes, that's a touchdown there for Vasilios Capuzzo. I believe that's who scored that. So a nice little sprint out pass there from Eisman. Brought the motion man in, then snuck him out of the backfield. That's a nice little play. And it is now 19 to 14. And St. Joe is probably going to stay for a 2-point conversion to make it a full score. So let's see what Coach draws up for their 2-point play.
Brody's got to be to the top. To the fullback, that's literally 3/4 of the way over there, right? Yeah, Brody's got to be to that guy. He's not lined
So 2-point attempt here is coming up for St. Joe. This is a pretty long time between plays. So again, conventional formation. Nope, back to the spread formation here. Tailback behind quarterback. Motion overloading the right side. Counter, reverse there to number 1, who's going to walk in for the 2-point play. That's Andre Terry. And it is 21-14. G-men are down now. So special teams bites the G-men after that not really muffed punt, but bad snap, unblocked player, I guess you could say, sets up St. Joe's score. And St. Joe now leads 21-14 with looks like about 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. All right, so coming back here, Apollo will be kicking off. Apollo Persek will be kicking off. G-Men have their same 6 in the back. Dema, Staller, Perrine, Lysick, Jesse Grace, and Aaron Craver. Nice little pooch there to Dema at about the 15-yard line. Dema's going to stick it up inside, and Dema scoots through. He scoots through. He's going to and we have a holding call. Dema is finally thrown down at the 40-yard line, but it looks like we're going to get a holding call at the 45, so it'll be 10 yards from that spot. So the G-Men will take over on their own 36-yard line here after this penalty is all sorted out, I believe, since it is a spot foul. So nice little squirt through there by Dema. Again, a lot of arm tackles. This is first game of the year, but seem to be a lot of tired bodies on there by both teams. I'm not really sure. We've had a month plus to condition, so not really sure what's going on there. But here we go. We've got 27 seconds here in the third quarter. It's going to make for an interesting fourth quarter. Neither team's really stopped each other. It's been turnovers and some bad snaps and stuff like that for both teams. So let's see what the G-Men have here. Again, they've had a lot of success right up the middle. So Lysick, again, up the middle, bounces it, and brought down by several Vikings at the 41-yard line. So about a 5-yard gain, brings up a 2nd and 5. Garfield might be content just to let this clock run out till the fourth quarter. 10 seconds here before quarter. I think we're just going to go right into the fourth, and we're going to see what happens here. So stay tuned, those of you watching at home. We've got an exciting fourth quarter of football coming up. Vikings 21, G-Men 14. Okay, here we go. 2nd and 5. And Swagonski up the middle. Gets 3 or 4 yards, lots of whistles after that. We got something going on here. We got everybody talking to each other. Yeah, it's been an interesting thing to go here with everything. Who knows? It's hard to figure out. So 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3 here for Garfield. A lot of inconsistencies, about a 3-yard pickup there for Swagonski on that last play. Let's see what happens here on 3rd down. Again, a lot of up the middle stuff. Look for a fake counter action. Nope, it's going to be Lysick right up the middle. Keeps his legs going, and nothing this time. Absolutely nothing. And we've got penalty down the field between 22 and 7. It's Perrine and Dean there behind the play, and we had a stuff at the front of the play. So let's see how this one all shakes out. I'm guessing it's going to be a personal foul against St. Joe, but let's see. We got a dead ball, personal foul against St. Joe. So that's going to be, nope, it's dead ball, personal foul against Garfield. This would be the first game of the year, and apparently we don't know what color team is which right now. So we've got a dead ball personal foul against Garfield, so that'll back up 15 yards, put us back on the 15-yard, put us back on the 30 for a 4th down because it was a dead ball. So the play counted. So we're going to be on the 30-yard line here, 4th down and about 14 or 15. And we're going to see what happens. Hopefully this time we get the punts all covered here. So we've got, again, we're going to punt situation here, counting. Little jumpy punt there, flipped up and fielded by, again, that would be Vasilius Capuzzo. Maybe I'll learn my Italian here at some point. Did not get the roster until 10 minutes before kickoff, so had 0 time to practice any names, nor did we know any starters or anything like that. So hopefully St. Joe people are not tuning in. If they are, I apologize for butchering all your sons' names tonight. So here we go. St. Joe will take over on the Garfield 33-yard line. 11:21 to go here. 21-14 for the Vikings. So let's see what they come up with. Again, a lot of inside-outside zone. Again, they're probably going to want to do some clock control, keep the ball away from us. Don't necessarily see a lot of routes being thrown, although I say that, and here we go. Taking a shot down the field, up to Dean, a jump ball, and Dean comes down with it, and he's gone. That would be a 65-yard touchdown pass from Iseman to Dean. Just jump and go. And what's Mark Jackson's line? Mama, there goes that man. So 1 play, and the Vikings have a chance to double their lead here. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Vikings have doubled their lead. We are now looking at a 28-14 lead for the Vikings. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, so let's see how the G-men react to that 1 play quick strike here. So St. Joe will be kicking off, same as does the extra points there. Apollo Persic. Let's see, he's popped one up, he's put it on the ground. Let's see what coach has told him to do here. It's put it on the ground again, and this one is right to Baskowski, and Baskowski gets out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So G-men should take over there, 37-yard line, with 11:06 to go in the 4th quarter. VASJ 28, the G-men 14 with possession of the ball. Okay, G-men with the ball here. We'll see what, again, don't want to get in panic mode by start chucking the ball all over the place. We are at the 37-yard line here. Still can stay inside, still can run the ball. Got Swagonski is going to throw the ball right down the middle to Perrine, no good. Little too much mustard on that one. Probably had Staller on the outside. I think Staller had a little better look at it, but again, you got 6'4" Dean down here. You got to kind of take a look at so 2nd and 10. We'll see what's going on here with play call. All right, so here we go. We got a passing formation here for the G-men. Swagonski, quick toss to Staller, hook and ladder, fumbled by Dema. It's up to St. Joe. They're going to go. They blew it dead. This is a inadvertent whistle. We'll see what they do with this, but it's so Staller caught the ball and pitched it to Dema. Dema fumbled it. So they're either going to go that Staller didn't have enough time of possession, so it's an incomplete pass, or it has to be St. Joe ball. This is going to be a. And how many more things can we have happen on this first game? Because it is a multiple things. I think we need to find a way to do an aerial mic and drop one down in this huddle. That'd be very interesting to know what the conversation is. It's a either an incomplete pass or a fumble. There's nothing else that can be done on that. Either you're not going to give Staller the possession of the pass, or you're going to rule a fumble because the ball obviously came out. But if they don't, we're going to go 3rd and 5. If they mark it where the fumble happened, we're going to go 3rd and 5, or we could. No, we're calling a down. They're calling him down before he pitched it, apparently. So we got a 3rd and looks like 3rd and 6 across the way. So 2nd down, 3rd down. I don't even know. I've lost track now with all this stuff going on tonight. So 2nd down. No, 3rd down. So now now we can't get downs right. This is fun. This is wow. It should be. Okay, let's see what we got. A 3rd down here and 7 for the G-men. Swagonski has got him deep. He's got outside there to Blake Judge. Overthrows Judge. So the G-men got a decision to make here for Coach Mosier. 4th and 7. We've got to figure out what we're doing. Obviously, with time not on our side, 10:56 to go. Looks like we're gonna punt the ball away. So we'll see what we're gonna do. A snap down punt, or are we gonna do something to get people to move? We'll see what's going on here, but this is. All right, here we go. So the G-men are lining up to punt. We're going with a spread punt formation. We got not enough guys on the field. All right, so Lysak punts the ball short. So I don't think number 2 could hear any of the coaches in the box, nor could he hear any of his teammates telling him to get away from the ball. But it worked out for him. But I'm sure Charles Stanek will probably hear something from the coaches on the sidelines. It looks like Coach Gerbeck is talking to him right now about what the word poison means. So here we go. St. Joe's going to take over possession at the Garfield 34-yard line. 10:32 to go here in the 4th quarter. G-men need a stop. Turnover would be better. Pick 6 would be awesome. Anything to get the ball back in this area would be ideal because we need a short field. Haven't been able to really march it long down the field. So let's see what Coach Gerbeck dials up again. Are they going to go with the long ball down here to Dean, or are they going to go inside zone to Smith? Something. Let's find out here. So 1st and 10, go inside zone to Smith, and falls ahead for about a 4-yard gain. And I would imagine we're going to see several of those plays unless they have a legitimate one-on-one here with Dean on the sidelines. Again, Jordan Dean coming in at 6'3", 185 pounds, senior. So St. Joe's obviously going to take their time, work that clock. I would not be surprised if they start keeping an eye on that back judge for when he gets his hand up till they snap the ball, but they're definitely going to start milking the clock. Looks like we have a new running back in as well. Smith is checked out on this play. Blocking back is in for the quarterback. Here's Eisman up to about the 42-yard line. Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and about 1. So 3rd and a long 1, short 2, looks like. Again, blocking back came in on that play. Number 24 seems to run that blocking back position. Macklin Mullen. So again, Mac stays in the game. I would not be surprised to see another quarterback run, quarterback counter, quarterback draw, quarterback power, something with Eisman running the ball. And there's quarterback counter, and got him stuffed and throw him down for no gain. So G-Men did what they needed to do. They got the stop. So it's going to be 4th and 2. It's going to be 4th and 2 for the G-Men. 4th and 1. Looks like they gave him a little progress there. But again, Eisman is the punter as well. So G-Men kind of have to hold their water on this with changing up their personnel because the quarterback is the punter. So we'll see what Coach draws up here if he wants them to run the clock and burn a timeout. He's going to run the clock and burn a timeout. It looks like he's talking to the ref right now. So St. Joe's going to use the time. I'll not be surprised coming out of the timeout if they try to do some sort of snap down, something to get the G-Men to jump rather than just punting it right away. So we'll take a quick break here. 8:06 to go in the 4th quarter. VASJ 28, Garfield 14. Okay, coming back off the timeout. Again, St. Joe's in that punting formation, but don't be surprised to see some sort of snap down or something. Again, quarterback's right there, and it is real quick kick. Nice punt by Eisman down. Takes a kick and kicks out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So Garfield will have the ball, 70-yard field to march here. 8 minutes even to go. Garfield needs to pound one in quick and then get another stop. We'll see if they can do that when we come back. Okay, 1st and 10 here for the G-men coming out of that change of possession. Dema, the fake to Staller, stays on the outside. He's got plenty of room. Nice run there by Dema, even gets out of bounds. 1st down gain up to the 44-yard line. So good 1st down run there for the G-men. Just got to keep this momentum going. Got to try to pound one in quick. Pound one in quick, get a stop. You know, we're got to play possessions at a time, but also got to keep an eye on that clock and your timeouts. So 7:54 to go. You can get a score here with more than 5 minutes to go. You're in really, really good shape. So here's Lysick up the middle. Again, he squirts through again, and he's going. Lysick gets popped at the end down to the 35-yard line. So this is just what the G-men needed coming off of that stop, off that 3rd down stop on the possession for St. Joe's. So down to the 35-yard line now with plenty of time, 7:40 to go. So yeah, if you can pop one in here and give yourself a good 5 minutes, you've got you've put yourself in a really, really good situation. So let's see what the G-men dial up here. Again, they've been having that success. Dema down to the right here. You got 9 guys to get through to try to get to him. He squirts through again. Dema got to hold on to that ball down to the 25-yard line. So again, another 1st down. Nope, I'm sorry. Be 2nd and short. Shouldn't be 2nd and short. Should be a 1st down. I mean, they had to get to the 25-yard line. Sticks aren't moving. They've had some very, very odd spots tonight. So we are 2nd and 1. Clock is still moving. 6:52 to go. G-men ball at the St. Joe 26-yard line. Is Staller on the counter. Down to the 18. Looks like down to the 18-yard line. So again, G-men are getting some movement. Exactly what they need to do. Clock's going to stop while they set the chains. So let's see what they can. You can tell they got that right side, the heavy side of the formation. It's a lot of bodies to get through. You got six bodies to get through, 7 bodies before you even get to the ball carrier. So that's tough. And then you can come back with a counter. Swagonski up the middle, stuck after about 5-yard run down to the 14-yard line. And clock's still running. 6 minutes to go. Again, you can punch one in with over 5 minutes to go. You put yourself in pretty good shape. I believe you still have 2 or 3 timeouts. Looks like all 3 according to the top bar of our stream. This one's to Lysick. Lysick, a little stutter step. Nice cutback by Austin into the end zone for another touchdown. So Austin Lysick with another cut. They've had success on that cutback lane. 5:49 to go. We got a ball game here. Again, we're going to see what attrition does to both teams from a standpoint of who's in shape. Colin Lysick's going to come in for the Colin will be kicking the extra point to put us down 1 score. And it is up, and it is good. So 5:49 to go here in the 4th quarter. We have a ball game, folks. Stay tuned. 28-14. VASJ still up, but Garfield is on the move. Okay, Colin Lysick will be kicking off here for the G-men. And the St. Joe is shifting everybody around here, thinking there might be an onside. So we'll see what they come up with here. So Colin kicks it and gets it right to, is that, I can't tell numbers right now, but up to the 35-yard line. So let's see what, that's 3. That's Noah Clark. So Clark with the ball up to the 30-yard line. St. Joe will have the ball at the 30-yard line. Really, St. Joe hasn't done a whole heck of a lot here in the second half. They had that big long pass to Dean, but you know they haven't moved it all that far. So we'll see what's going on. And go from there. So again, Garfield needs a quick stop here. So St. Joe again, inside out. No, they got, yep. We got pass. Oh, Eisman dips it and, almost undercut. Nice catch. Man, almost undercut by Baz, but heck of a catch there by Vasilios Capuzzo. That's was a heck of a toe dance there on the sidelines. Brings up a 2nd and 1 after that because it looked like it was Bazkowski picking it and heading down the sidelines. So we got 5:38 to go because the clock will stop since he did the toe dance on the sidelines. Again, Dean down here ISO'd on Perrine. Let's see if he's going to go up top. Nope, we're going inside zone. Inside zone to Smith to get the clock going. Clock's going to stop while they set the chains. Smith picks up the first down. As soon as the chains are set, they're going to get that clock rolling. 5:32. Again, G-men need a stop here. Need to get the ball back with, anything over 3 minutes would be wonderful, especially if they can stop them and get a 65, 70-yard field to march with about 3 minutes to go would be good. You just don't want that thing to be chucking too far down and that clock winding way far down. So here we go with Eisman waiting for the time. He's going to take it on that out. Again, we're getting close to jumping that route. So that one is incomplete. That one was intended for Dean. So they're going to go to their number 1 receiver for sure. The only good thing about that for G-men is not just as a stop, but clock stops. So 5:05 to go, 2nd and 10. St. Joe, you want to be running the ball and get the G-men to use some timeouts. Just did the G-men a huge favor here by throwing it. And faking inside zone. Eisman steps up in the pocket, and Dean drops the ball. He was at the sticks, and it just went right through his hands. So 3rd down. So again, this is a big down here for the G-men. With 5 minutes even to go, you get this ball back. You got a lot of time to be able to go back and score. And obviously, they haven't done a lot of stopping of us. We've kind of stopped ourselves with either overthrow or missed handoffs, bobbled snaps, a lot of first game stuff. So let's see what they dial up. Obviously, we're going to have some sort of pass. We're going to go.
Why did they reset this play clock? Why did they reset the play clock?
Because the ball wasn't in.
The clock's not running. It was an incomplete pass. Clock is not running.
So let's see. It's been a heck of a crew tonight. So 3rd and long for St. Joe. Some sort of screen. Nope. They're going over the top there to Dean. And Mr. Dean with his 3rd touchdown Wow. It's the only thing you can say on that is wow. Perfectly thrown ball. Um, wow. That's just a hell of a connection there. And that was a perfectly thrown ball. Good step up by the quarterback. Decent coverage. Just perfectly thrown ball. So here we go. This is a big extra point though by the kicker here, Apollo Persic. So St. Joe's.
There's no reason your eyes should be back on 3rd and 10 in the history of football. That should never happen.
And that is blocked. So that's good. Gives a little light there still. Playing on the odds. Score now. St. Joe 34, Garfield 21. Okay, coming off of the reset. Grounder there to Baskowski. And sticking it up in. And big return. And Baz has got G-Men down into St. Joe territory, down to the 28-yard line. It ain't dead yet, folks. They ain't dead yet. So 4:40 to go. Garfield's got the ball at St. Joe's 28-yard line. We score here, folks. Again, that missed extra point, that blocked extra point is a biggie. So
Hey, coach. Lewis. Coach, we've said this a long time.
all right, so G-Men, again, don't necessarily need a quick strike here, but definitely need to score quickly, if that makes any sense. So let's see what they come up with here. Brody up over the top, wide open again. Nope, this one it was double. I mean, they were waiting on that one. He had kind of dropped off on that.
Lewis, can you hear me?
So second and long here
You can hear me?
for
Okay. When they go double team, go man to the opposite side of 7. Play the safety over top of 7. What we got, coach? I've literally been trying to say that for the past 15 minutes, but I don't think you can hear me. I said your name about 7 times.
all right. So on that one, looks like Demma had that one. Trying to update Max Preps as we are doing all this other stuff. So
Have we spun in a while?
all right. So G-Men have the ball at the St. Joe 13-yard line. We have 4:27 to go. So again, Garfield can punch one in here. And then I don't necessarily even need to go onside kick, but you definitely going to need the ball back quick. So let's see what we come up with. Lysak with the ball, cutting right up the middle. There's his cutback. Lysak is going to go, and he is one guy signaling touchdown. One guy signaling at the 1. What? No. What do we? Oh. We have one official signal touchdown, but we'll take the touchdown for the G-Men. So, wow. Telling you, this has been an interesting game out of the officials. Can't tell anything of what's going on to anybody. So this is a big extra point by Colin Lysak, because this will keep this will give us a chance to pull this one out. So Colin pumps that one through. 4:18 to go. It's 34-27. We 34-28. Sorry, 34-28, and we still got plenty of time. So.
Watch, Brody's in the middle. He needs to be cheating over here. Well, who's locked on him? That should be Demla, right? Is it Demla number 2 unlocked? Is he not on there? Hey, Coach Lewis. Coach. If it's locked, is Demla on number 2? No, safety. No, I'm telling you, Coach, whatever side. Hey, Coach Lewis. Doubles. We're that Coach Lewis. It's third one. Lewis. Lock? Correct. Lewis.
Okay, so see if obviously St. Joe's ready for any type of onside kick here. Out of Lysick, he's going to put it on the ground, through to Dean. Dean fumbles it, ball's out, and looks like St. Joe was able to fall on the ball at the 35-yard line. Good hustle back by one of the front line men, number 5 there. He dove back for that. That would be Michael Williams. So good, smart play there. So now, again, Garfield's got 3 timeouts, 4:16 to go. St. Joe needs to get first downs. They can't just, sit on it. Who knows? Are they going to chuck one up to Dean? That seems to be their big offensive weapon. But Smith has carried the ball quite a few times. I apologize not having any type of stats. It's a one-man crew. Can't keep everything going tonight and run the Twitter account and run the Max Preps account. So doing all we can here. So bear with us. So 1st and 10 for St. Joe. And we just, there we go. So good first down stop there. Stuffs the running back for a 2-yard, 3-yard loss back to the 32-yard line. Oh, 32-yard line. It's far right. Here we go. 2nd and 13 for St. Joe. We've got 3:40 to go. Clock running. 7's down here at the bottom of your picture. Got a high-low. Nope, we're going to roll away from him, and we're going to throw the out cut. Nice, and we picked it, and that's a pick. Are they going to call it? Hey, 1st and 10. Vaskowski steps underneath that route. He's stepped underneath that route multiple times tonight. This one results in a G-men interception. So Garfield will take over at the St. Joe 46-yard line with 3:29 to go. So this is going to be interesting. So we got 3:29 to go. Garfield has the ball at the St. Joe 46-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts. And a captive audience, right? So let's see what happens here. Obviously, St. Joe has not been able to stop the Garfield running attack tonight. Dema is stopped after a short gain. So he is at the 33-yard line, looks like. So 33-yard line, clock's still running. Got approaching 3 minutes to go. Do have all 3 timeouts to go. So let's see what, again, inside, outside. Been able to do a little bit of everything. Lysick's been kind of inside. Dema's been kind of outside tonight. They do have Stallers been able to run some counters. Here's Lysick right up the gut again. Is able to squeak through. No, that was not him that fell through. That was somebody else that fell through. So Austin was tackled at the 39-yard line. So 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, clock's running, 2:30 to go, 3 timeouts. And we have a St. Joseph timeout. So Villangelo St. Joe is going to take a timeout on this critical 3rd down, 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 it looks like. 2:29 roughly to go in this game. G-men are down, but on the move. We'll see you back here in 30 seconds. Okay, so coming out of a timeout, critical play for St. Joe's defense and also for the Garfield offense. Garfield down only 6 after that blocked extra point. So 3rd and 4 here for the G-men with, again, 2:29 to go in the 4th quarter. So let's see what the G-men dial up here. Lysick again right up the middle. He's able to squeak ahead. He's going to be just short. He's going to be short, 4th and 1. He's going to be short, 4th and 1. Clock's running, going to be going under 2 minutes here before this next snap. So we got a 4th and 1. Obviously, Garfield wants to do their best to score as close to 0, if not at the end of the game as possible, to not give Dean a chance to score his 4th touchdown on the night. So let's see what happens here. Clock is rolling, so
Let's go.
we're under 2 minutes. We're at 1:45 to go. 4th and 1. And we're going to finally burn a timeout here by the G-men. So after we had a little bit of miscommunication, we ran off a ton of time. So 1:37 to go, 4th and 1. Let's see what they do. Okay, here we go. 4th and 1. G-men are running right up the gut. Lysick easily for the, oh, wait, he is, oh yeah, he got it. He's pushed across. That's a good spot over here. So we got, he's laying across the yard line. 1st and 10 for the G-men. 1:32 to go. Clock's going to start as soon as that ball's set. So we need to be ready to go. We got 3 timeouts. They don't. So here we go. Get the big. They're going to. No, they got us. They got us with the false start because we were all rocking as they had 12 guys on the field. Oh, no, they're going to call. Okay, here we go. So they ran across it. So that's good because it looked like a freaking Chinese fire drill. I think we'd say that was kind of interesting. So it's going to be. We got So legal substitution, 5-yard penalty. So it's going to be a 1st and 5 for the G-men at the 29-yard line. Clock's still running though, 1:19 to go. And we have another stoppage here. Yeah, well, the clock should have more time on it. So we should be at 1:18, it sounds like. Again, let's see what is drawn up here. So let's. Okay, here we go. Dema to the outside. Nice try to cut up there. Short of the first. He's short of the first down. Looks like 2nd and maybe 1. Clock's still running. About to go under a minute. Still have 2 timeouts. So here we go. 2nd and 1. And Lysick right up the gut again. And he's going to have a first down to the 20-yard line. So the 20-yard line, you get 2 timeouts, 45 seconds to go in this game. At 35 seconds to go. There is Dema with a nice cutback and a nice spin. Tackled down. We got timeout. We got, it looks like 14. Looks like Dema got down to the 14-yard line. So 26 seconds to go. Garfield's going to have a 2nd down at the 14-yard line, and they will have 1 timeout left. We'll see what happens here when we come back. Okay, so coming out of the timeout, let's see what Coach Mosier has called here in the huddle. Again, we at the St. Joe 14-yard line. 2nd and 4, but that's not really important. It's 28 seconds to go, and you need 26 seconds to go, and we need a score. So let's see, we got Lysick. Oh, we got Dema sneaking through. Dema with the cutback, and he's down to the 5-yard line, looks like. 5 or 6. He's like. So Dema is at the 6-yard line, 1st and 10. 20 seconds to go. Garfield does have 1 timeout left. 20 seconds to go. Clock is running. And this snap to Lysick. Lysick's going to bounce it. Lysick gets stuck, and he's down to the 2. Looks like he's at the 2-yard line with 7 seconds to go. You're outside the numbers, so it's at least the 2. You have 1 play. So 7 seconds to go. 7 seconds to go, no timeouts. 2-yard line, extra point needed if the score happens. Okay, folks, here we go. This is pretty much the ball game. 7 seconds to go. 2-yard line. Got to score. To Dema. Dema getting to the outside. Dema's got the outside, and he's in. Wait, what? Yes, he's in for the score. And extra point coming. Yeah, time is out, so extra point has to happen here. Unless you go OT, boys. All right, so here we go. Makes it. We're done. And misses it. We are in OT. And it is good. And that is the ball game. Garfield 35 and St. Joe 34.